Hello, and this is part 2 of What If I Made a Game Like Minecraft. Last time I told how the character would work and the controls. I told a little bit about the beginning, but I'm going to go over that. The beginning, also for emphasis, it's a 3D world, and your camera follows from the back, not first-person view like Minecraft, but it follows from the back, and the sword swing just like there's a little slash in front of you. The pickaxe does the same thing and mines blocks, and the shovel digs down and mines blocks. And you can only hit when you have the sword in your hand, unlike Minecraft. And basically, these are the tier system. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first tier has 3 ores you can make: gold, iron, and copper. Those are the 3 main ores you make. You can make the sword, pickaxe, or shovel with them all. And to get to these, you first need to get a stick from a tree. You don't actually punch a tree, they're just like around the map. Use the stick to hit a rock that's above the surface, and then use the materials, because you have like a little starting inventory where you can make a sword, a pickaxe, a shovel, a workshop, and an oven. Also, it's a workshop bench, just to differentiate from Minecraft. It's based more on like the Animal Crossing stuff. You also got the oven, which just cooks food. You can make glass panels, and you can melt your ores in it. Well, actually, you turn them into like... Oh no, sorry. You need a completely different item to actually get the ores. You need a smelter to get the ores, while you use the oven to make seared bricks, which you can then use to make them. But on the other hand, I'm going to tell you actually get the ores. Basically, there'll be like cave entrances all around the map, because you're not actually going to like mine down to find a cave. You're just cave entrances around the map that do correlate with the above ground, because like you could use like another cave entrance to get out, or like use a rope or something like Pokemon to get out as well. And basically, it just has some biomes underground like Terraria. And you basically, down there, the starting layer, there's iron. You can even find some iron stuff at the above ground, but it's very rare. And it's like deep down on the above ground. But anyways, you find iron, then you find copper, and then you find gold. But they're all at the starting layer, tier 1. But there's not really too many dividing cave tiers yet. I might make more of a sketch on how that works later. But anyway, if you look at the bottom here, we got gold, iron, and copper. If I say any of them wrong, getting facts wrong, I'm sorry. Basically, all you have to do is take them to smelter, and you can make ingots, and you make them the same way you make your stone tools. But you have to use the workbench to do it. Also, smeltery is made with seared bricks, which you have to put in the oven. Seared bricks are pretty much, you put stone and iron together and it makes seared bricks, but you gotta put them in the oven to make them, instead of the crafting thing. And they also heat up food and make glass panels, which you can make into windows. Tier 2. Basically, after tier 1, go into tier 2, in which you have obsidian and magma. Basically, magma and obsidian are both found near lava, and you can make their kind of tools, and you can also make their armor too. You can make the armor for the other ones too. You have iron, gold, and copper armor, and you then can make obsidian armor and magma armor. I don't think it'll be quite like Minecraft where you have 4 different ones. I think it might just be all one set, and you can switch between the sets. But after that, oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. It's not like Minecraft where you need to get the iron to get the gold, to get the copper. You can all get them with the stone. But you do need the other ones to get the obsidian and magma. And to get the obsidian magma, you can then use the smeltery. You get the items, you can then use the smeltery to upgrade your tools and make obsidian or magma tools depending on which one you need. But you need to get both sets. Also, you don't need to get all 3 of these sets and then make the other sets. You just need 2 sets that could be the same or different. And you take the obsidian and you melt them together in the smeltery to make obsidian or magma armor. But you need both of the sets to make the next step, which is Midnight set. This set basically is just a combination between magma and obsidian. Also, I think magma might burn your opponents, while obsidian might randomly give you like a defensive boost. Midnight, you can make the Midnight sword, which is just the first special attacking sword. It would have a different kind of multi-swipe. You'd be like, yeah, like a slash forward, a slash forward, a slash forward, and then you do a spin slash. I think that'd be the first special attacking sword. Well, the other ones would all be just the same. Then, you can then make the Dawn armor by, again, using, like, the smeltery with some ore. I think it's be like a rare, maybe like a red ore, and you can combine it to make the Dawn armor. The Dawn armor is probably the strongest besides the other one, which is actually really hard to get. So I'll do a quick recap. There's gold, iron, and copper. You don't really need those. You don't need them independently. You can make whatever set you want. Also, gold, it's faster, but breaks easier. While copper is slower, but doesn't break as easy. Also, copper does more damage and gold does less. But it's faster and has more potential for combos. And iron is in between. Magma is slightly quicker than obsidian, but does less damage than obsidian. And the Midnight is just better than all of them. But since there's not a second one, it's still, there's no competition. It's just like a mix between the magma and obsidian armor like it actually is. And then once you use the mixed red ore with that set, you can then make the Dawn armor, which is just an upgraded version and has no other like really special moves. But I think it might occasionally like shoot like a fireball at someone. Like when you're just randomly attacking, it might shoot a fireball, like a big magma ball, similar to the magma tools in armor, just for like a little special add-on. And it does the same sort of slash spin like the Midnight armor, but then it does another spin. I just added that in there. And then you can stack the combos several times. You're doing slash spin, slash spin, going over and over, but you also can dodge. So, yeah. I'll do more about the combat system later. Maybe in the questing one, or just the in general survival one. Oh, wait. No, this one's the survival one, pretty much. But after getting that one, you then come to an area where you need to combine both gameplays. I'm also going to do a boss video soon, where also all the bosses, there's 5 of them. But basically doing the question, it sends you into a dungeon, which are in the caves. And you gotta go through and defeat like bosses and strong enemies and whatnot. And by doing that, you then can find like the destroyer armor by defeating the destroyer enemies. And then you can fight a destroyer boss, which gets you a lot of the material that you then can use to make the final destroyer armor, which is the final and 5th tier of armor. And each tier also has a boss, and the 5th tier is the destroyer, where basically if you defeat it, you get the material. And you can find it while questing, but you can only find the bosses while questing in a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, or tier 5 dungeon. Also, you can't get to the tier dungeons unless you do the tiers. If you have the original tier, you can do tier 1 dungeons. Yeah, the next one you do 2, you do 3 next, and 4, and then 5. But you obviously can't get the destroyer armor till it. So, it's sort of flawed. Like, you can do 1 anytime. And once you get these tools, the bottom ones, you then do the second one. And then once you get those tools, you get the 3rd one. And when you get the next tools, you get the 4th one. And when you get this tool, you get the next one. That's the best way I can explain it. And then you get the destroyer armor. And that's the main, story. But you can still do questing, which is basically just going down in the dungeons. And then at the end of that, you're supposed to do building. Just to, post-game like Minecraft and Terraria, pretty much. You just build all the time. And you can still get cool, collectibles. I'm thinking I'm going to add, hats that you can get by questing and doing, quests and whatnot. Maybe you could find some in the caves or dungeons. And just, in general, in the overworld. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. And then for the episode of tiering, I'll do one next for the bosses. But yeah, that's pretty much it.